This very important breaking update today could convincingly represent one of the single most pivotal developments that dedicated Iraqi Dinar holders have successfully heard in the course of several years. And the specific subject matter we are immediately about to fully discuss is already powerfully and actively shaking every corner of the extensive IQD investment community across the globe. For many long, patient months, people have been genuinely waiting for something truly concrete. Something absolutely verifiable, something that clearly and definitively signals that Iraq is finally and truly stepping into a brand new, modern financial era of stability and growth. And now, according to very new, insightful perspectives prominently highlighted by the widely followed commentator Frank26, we may finally be looking at one of those exceptionally rare moments when the entire complex financial picture begins to structurally shift its fundamental alignment. What has completely everyone buzzing with intense speculation and excitement is the recently reported, significant milestone involving the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, and the highly crucial international certification officially known as ISO 301. At first glance, the technical name of the certification might not sound immediately exciting or dramatic to a casual observer, but once you comprehensively and clearly understand its precise operational meaning and precisely how it fundamentally connects to Iraq's potential exchange rate future, you will immediately understand exactly why numerous analysts, serious investors, and all dinar watchers are actively calling this a major potential turning point for the currency. This detailed video will systematically break down every single component in simple, clear, easy-to-understand language so that absolutely anyone watching, regardless of whether you are a brand new investor or a very long-time holder, can completely and confidently follow every single detail presented. Please stay with us completely until the very final end of this report because the final, crucial sections will clearly explain what all of these reported developments could truly mean for your specific investment and precisely what could reliably happen next on the extremely long road toward Iraq's highly anticipated and massive financial shift. In delivering this extremely major update, we officially begin with the necessary renewed focus on Iraq's extensive financial modernization process and precisely how the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, has been diligently working very quietly behind the scenes for several years to structurally and systematically upgrade its core financial systems for full international participation. Frank26's most recent and latest commentary prominently highlights something that numerous dinar holders have been patiently waiting many years to specifically hear, that the nation of Iraq is definitively and actively moving toward much deeper recognition and full acceptance in the global banking community structure. According to this strongly optimistic perspective, the reported achievement of earning the ISO 301 milestone successfully represents a very high level of procedural and technical readiness that now fully permits the Central Bank of Iraq to align and synchronize itself with standard international financial operations and global banking procedures. This is fundamentally not a small or minor topic of discussion because true international integration legally requires very strict and consistent standards when it comes to cross-border compliance, digital systems, security frameworks, and financial transparency. For numerous years, concerned people have consistently asked whether Iraq is truly and structurally ready for a new, potentially higher exchange rate, and the current conversation strategically revolving around ISO 301 compliance gives all the strong supporters a powerful and immediate reason to actively reassess the entire structural timeline in a much more strongly optimistic and hopeful manner. Whether you personally choose to agree or completely disagree with the broader financial expectations being discussed, the ongoing discussion itself is profoundly shaping the entire community's immediate reaction and actively pushing countless people to meticulously examine Iraq's visible forward progress through a brand new, significantly positive lens of possibility. As we actively look much deeper into precisely what the official ISO 301 certification fundamentally represents, it immediately becomes very clear why this single update has successfully sparked such immense and widespread excitement within all the numerous IQD groups and vibrant online communities. All ISO certifications are universally linked to and represent formal global standards that are actively utilized by all major financial institutions to reliably ensure they are consistently meeting strict requirements involving transaction integrity, regulatory compliance, and system security frameworks. In the specific case of the highly important ISO 301, it directly connects to the comprehensive operational processes that legally allow national currencies to be formally recognized and successfully exchanged across various international platforms in a highly structured, secure, and methodical way. In much simpler, more easily understandable terms, you can conceptualize this certification as being like a major, official approval stamp that definitively communicates to all global financial markets. This banking system is completely following all recognized international procedures and is now fully ready to successfully handle internationally connected financial operations efficiently. For the nation of Iraq specifically, this milestone is unequivocally seen as a clear, strong sign that its entire financial institution structure is actively maturing and fully aligning with universally expected global standards and practices. This essential connection is precisely why so many Dinar holders are currently interpreting this critical milestone as a significant forward step of monumental importance. They accurately view this ISO certification as a vital bridge that successfully and reliably connects Iraq's internal financial progress directly to the massive international financial stage, and that fundamental international connection is precisely where all the intense speculation about potential exchange rate adjustments consistently begins to grow and spread. Another extremely important point that strongly stands out in the latest commentary and discussion is precisely how many years the nation of Iraq has been diligently preparing for its current financial modernization phase. For a very long time, the central bank has been systematically and consistently rolling out new electronic procedures, significantly increasing its comprehensive cybersecurity protections, and aggressively upgrading its entire digital banking system structure, all specifically designed to structurally strengthen both the internal and external financial functions of the nation. Strong supporters actively argue that these extensive, crucial upgrades not only successfully modernize the entire domestic economy, but they also significantly improve Iraq's extremely vital relationship with all global financial institutions, international partners, and foreign investors. With the ISO milestone now being prominently highlighted across all platforms, numerous people sincerely believe this serves as definitive validation that those long years of system upgrades were structurally headed toward a very specific, deliberate financial target all along. Frank26's ongoing commentary only serves to add significant fuel to the popular idea that Iraq has been diligently and methodically following a very clear, predetermined roadmap, and that this specific international certification, ISO 301, is clearly one of the single most crucial steps that structurally needed to fully fall into place before any potential major economic shift could possibly be initiated or occur. Whether the final timeline for such a dramatic shift is truly immediate or still significantly down the long road remains a heavily debated topic of discussion. But what absolutely cannot be responsibly ignored is the fact that Iraq has been consistently taking numerous visible, measurable steps to definitively enhance its long-term financial potential, connectivity, and overall stability. What structurally makes this entire developing situation even more incredibly interesting is the immediate, strong reaction actively coming from all the numerous CBI holders, vibrant online forums, and major social media groups where countless people have been consistently sharing their hopes, financial analyses, and immediate thoughts. Many dedicated community members deeply feel that this particular official milestone is the single strongest, most compelling sign they have personally seen in a very long time, and they are now strategically pairing it with the popular idea that Iraq has been deliberately and intentionally moving toward a much more globally integrated, cohesive economy in preparation for the year 2025. This crucial year has been consistently and frequently talked about as a major financial transition period for the nation of Iraq, especially when considering its ongoing national plans, extensive economic restructuring, and comprehensive digital modernization efforts. Strong supporters confidently believe the crucial ISO 301 progress fits absolutely perfectly into that highly anticipated timeline. The entire community's collective energy has very noticeably and dramatically increased, with message boards consistently filled with intense, passionate discussions about precisely what major development could structurally come next. Some investors are very cautiously optimistic, strongly stressing the paramount importance of patiently waiting for formal, official confirmation from the CBI, while numerous others feel that all the complex structural puzzle pieces are finally and successfully lining up perfectly for a major event. Regardless of which specific side of the active discussion people currently fall on, there is absolutely no denying the clear fact that interest in the dinar has surged dramatically across the board. One of the single biggest and most compelling talking points actively emerging from this major update is the powerful underlying idea of exchange rate timing. This precise phrase alone has the inherent ability to immediately electrify the entire investment community, and that is precisely what has actively and immediately happened online. According to Frank26's detailed breakdown and interpretation, the internal scheduling for certain complex financial steps within the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, may already be completely and successfully in place behind the scenes. Now, it is absolutely crucial to fundamentally understand precisely what this internal scheduling concept means in completely realistic and practical terms. Internal planning does not reliably translate into immediate public action or announcement, but it does strongly and clearly show that the nation of Iraq may be meticulously organizing its entire internal financial structure for a major future currency change. For all dinar holders, the significant concept that major timelines are actively being discussed and organized behind tightly closed doors immediately creates a very intense, palpable sense of anticipation and hope. Strong supporters confidently believe that the powerful combination of meticulous organized planning, extensive system upgrades, and definitive international certification could be undeniable indicators that Iraq is structurally aligning its internal financial movement to perfectly meet all demanding international expectations. Other, more cautious voices consistently remind the community that all internal timelines can easily evolve, shift, or be significantly delayed due to unforeseen political or economic factors. Still, the powerful energy actively circulating around the precise idea of an internal schedule has rapidly made this specific revelation one of the most intensely discussed and most important updates of the entire year. The ongoing community conversation reliably becomes even more analytically detailed when the crucial concept of tier-based exchanges is actively brought into sharp focus within the IQD community. Various complex terms like Tier 4B often specifically refer to private investors or individual holders who are anxiously waiting for very structured, formal guidance on precisely how a currency exchange might legally and practically work if the new, higher exchange rates were ever officially introduced by the CBI. Frank26's recent commentary has strongly revived all of these key discussions, subtly suggesting that the strong internal readiness might eventually permit the institutions to successfully organize very structured, methodical steps for various different investment groups. Even though absolutely nothing formal or public has yet been officially announced to the general public, the simple idea of structured internal movement within the system is clearly enough to successfully reignite intense interest in precisely how all the tiered financial processes could eventually and safely unfold. Supporters strongly emphasize the important fact that structured tiered systems are typically very common in global banking operations and can successfully help to ensure that all future transactions remain highly secure and completely orderly. Critics, meanwhile, strongly urge complete caution, quickly reminding everyone that absolutely no official, formal confirmation has been provided by the CBI regarding any such specific process. Regardless of the internal debate, the crucial topic has undeniably regained significant momentum, thus adding yet another intriguing layer of complexity to the evolving financial situation and successfully keeping the entire community highly engaged in what complex future steps could possibly come next. Another very key and highly important point highlighted in this major update is the critical concept of liquidity preparation. If any major financial changes were ever to finally occur, all participating commercial banks would structurally require ample and immediate liquidity, meaning they must possess the ability to easily cover all large volumes of anticipated exchanges without creating any significant financial instability in the market. The specific discussion actively revolving around this crucial idea strongly suggests that the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, is currently and methodically coordinating with numerous various financial channels to reliably ensure that it can comprehensively support a much more modernized, stable banking environment. This extensive preparation includes potential investor activity, cross-border functions, and secure digital systems. Supporters strongly interpret this comprehensive preparation as yet another extremely important indicator that Iraq is proactively strengthening all the foundational pillars of its entire financial future. Liquidity is fundamentally one of the single most crucial elements of a genuinely healthy exchange environment, and the powerful idea that these necessary preparations may already be fully underway strategically reinforces the strong belief that Iraq is actively positioning itself for much bigger, more significant steps ahead. Even those who maintain a more cautious stance generally agree that robust liquidity planning is a clear and strong sign of genuinely responsible financial management, which is precisely something Iraq has been diligently striving to reliably improve for many years. Transparency is another crucial topic consistently mentioned often in the strategic context of ISIL certification, and it plays a truly significant and vital role in fully understanding Iraq's long-term future direction and goals. For any nation's central bank to be fully respected and accepted on the large global financial stage, complete transparency is absolutely essential, especially when it comes to digital auditing, transaction accuracy, and exchange rate clarity for all parties. Strong supporters confidently say that with the sophisticated modernized systems now reported to be fully in place, Iraq is definitively moving toward a much more trackable and fully accountable banking structure. This essential transparency not only significantly reassures all international partners and allies but also successfully provides much clearer, standardized processes for all individuals who regularly interact with the entire banking system. The crucial ability to accurately verify all transactions and continuously monitor any exchange rate movements through fully regulated and transparent systems is a major advantage, especially for a sovereign country that is actively rebuilding its entire financial credibility and trust. Many people actively involved in the IQD community strongly view these numerous transparency improvements as one of the absolute strongest, most compelling signs that Iraq is now heading directly into a new, significant phase of financial maturity, and they strongly believe that such profound progress is absolutely necessary before any major, defining currency-related actions could ever possibly occur. The important topic of digital integration also plays an immense, significant role in this comprehensive update. Countries located all around the globe are consistently transitioning toward highly secure electronic settlement systems, automated verification, and advanced digital banking operations. Iraq has been officially investing very heavily in all of those critical areas, and the strong supporters of Frank26's commentary sincerely believe this perfectly and logically aligns with the current ISIL certification milestone. Digital financial systems immediately allow all banks to process transactions much more quickly, significantly reduce the number of human errors, effectively limit financial fraud, and efficiently operate much better with various international institutions. This precise kind of essential modernization is absolutely crucial for any developing nation actively preparing to fully participate more extensively and reliably in global finance and trade. For all Dinar holders, comprehensive digital integration is very often viewed as a fundamental requirement for future exchange functionality, especially if they are hoping to see faster processing times, much smoother transactions, and clearer communication from all financial institutions involved. As all of these advanced digital systems consistently continue to be successfully upgraded and implemented, the entire community grows much more confident that Iraq is reliably aligning itself with all standard global financial norms in a truly measurable and profound way. International readiness is yet another critically important layer of this complex financial story. When a sovereign country successfully reaches a point where all of its core financial systems fully align with all major global standards, all international entities, such as financial institutions, trade partners, and major foreign investors, are naturally much more willing to confidently engage and participate. Strong supporters confidently believe the ISO milestone definitively signals that Iraq is actively sending a clear, strong message to the global financial market. It is actively and rigorously preparing itself to become a much more dependable, integrated, and financially stable economic participant. This strategic goal is extremely important for a nation like Iraq that relies very heavily on strong international cooperation, trade relationships, and significant foreign investment to fuel its growth. When Iraq successfully strengthens its overall financial credibility, it actively positions itself for much improved global transactions and major sustainable economic growth. For the entire IQD community, the powerful idea of Iraq officially earning a much more respected global position strongly fuels numerous speculations about precisely what major financial event could possibly happen next. Whether or not any major exchange rate changes structurally occur in the immediate future, the broader economic context appears to be consistently trending in a strong direction that fundamentally encourages expanded global connection, renewed confidence, and consistent modernization efforts. Another highly important talking point currently under discussion is the precise relationships between Iraq's continuous financial progress and its official long-term financial roadmap and strategy. Strong supporters of the latest update reliably point out that Iraq has been diligently working on various official national strategies that consistently prioritize digital transformation, banking reform, and major economic diversification efforts. These comprehensive national strategies are officially structured to unfold very gradually and methodically, with numerous major financial milestones strategically set to occur between now and the coming crucial years ahead. The strong idea that Iraq's recent ISO progress perfectly aligns with all of those broader, comprehensive national goals is one of the primary reasons countless people are actively paying such very close attention to the details. If Iraq truly is meticulously following a carefully planned sequence of structural steps, then major transitions, whether they are financial, economic, or purely digital, may all be part of a much larger, coordinated national effort. Supporters truly believe that the central bank is actively doing exactly what is structurally necessary to prepare the entire nation for significant future expansion, modernization, and long-term stability. Even those who maintain a consistently skeptical viewpoint acknowledge that Iraq is visibly taking clear steps forward, and this specific latest milestone is an absolutely undeniable part of that important continued financial movement. Across all the various online channels and platforms, countless people have been consistently sharing their personal reactions, and the entire community's enthusiasm and engagement has clearly and significantly spiked upwards. Discussions are actively filled with intense expectations, various theories, and excitement as people actively attempt to precisely piece together how the single major update perfectly fits into the much larger financial picture. Some strongly believe the single moment represents the greatest progress they have personally witnessed in a long time, pointing toward this specific global validation as a powerful, unmistakable sign. Others consistently encourage the entire community to remain securely grounded and realistic, strongly reminding everyone that continuous patience is absolutely essential and that any official, formal announcements from the CBI consistently carry much more legal and financial weight than mere speculation. Regardless of anyone's personal opinion or perspective, the entire overall energy has clearly shifted dramatically in the past few weeks. People are not merely passively reviewing old rumors now, they are actively and passionately discussing structural readiness inside Iraq, system upgrades, and tangible, verifiable milestones. That unique blend of caution and excitement has successfully created one of the most active and intense conversations the community has reliably seen in several months, successfully keeping everyone closely tuned to any upcoming future developments. Security is also a very important and crucial element of the entire conversation actively surrounding the ISO milestone. All modern global banking systems are fundamentally heavily reliant on secure, robust digital frameworks, and Iraq has been actively making major, necessary investments in fraud prevention, financial system monitoring, and extensive cybersecurity measures. Supporters strongly believe that these crucial security upgrades are absolutely essential because no sovereign country can effectively engage with major international banks unless its core systems can reliably protect both foreign and domestic transactions equally well. The ISO milestone successfully represents, at least in part, the formal acknowledgement that the nation of Iraq is proactively taking these major financial responsibilities extremely seriously. When core financial systems are truly secure and compliant, all international partners feel much more comfortable approving exchanges, supporting transactions, or actively participating in complex financial operations. For Dinar holders, this type of enhanced security immediately means that all future exchanges, if and when such major changes finally occur, could be much more reliable, much safer, and significantly more structured. This is precisely why the entire ISO discussion is currently being taken with such immense seriousness throughout the entire investment community. Another crucial theme consistently emphasized in this major update is the important notion of internal testing. Supporters sincerely believe that Iraq is consistently and continually performing thorough internal evaluations of all its core financial systems to fully ensure everything is consistently functioning correctly and optimally before taking any further major steps. These extensive internal tests immediately allow banks to reliably verify all digital systems, identify any potential issues or vulnerabilities, and rigorously ensure complete compliance with all international norms and standards. Rigorous internal testing is an extremely common, fundamental part of any major financial transition or reform process, and strong supporters view it as a clear sign of truly responsible preparation in the specific context of all the ongoing exchange rate speculation. This fundamentally reinforces the strong belief that Iraq is not making random, rushed, or desperate decisions. Instead, it strongly appears to be actively moving through a meticulously structured, methodical, and phased process that is precisely designed to completely minimize all potential mistakes and reliably maximize financial stability and accuracy. For all long-time Dinar holders who have patiently followed Iraq's complex journey for many years, the powerful idea that internal testing might actually be officially underway is clearly seen as a highly encouraging and positive indication of undeniable forward momentum and progress. The persistent discussion strategically surrounding structured exchanges is also consistently gaining significant attention across all platforms. In numerous successful financial environments, structured exchanges are routinely utilized to successfully help ensure that all individual investors can reliably exchange their currency in a completely organized, legally compliant, and highly secure manner. Strong supporters of Frank26's commentary strongly believe that if Iraq ever successfully moves toward a new, much higher exchange rate environment, highly structured processes would very likely be immediately utilized to successfully help manage the inevitable transition efficiently and safely. Structured financial systems reliably provide greater clarity, significantly reduce any potential confusion, and ensure that all participating banks precisely follow only approved steps to confidently maintain compliance and complete transparency. For the entire IQD community, the specific idea of structured exchanges has always been a major, fundamental part of the overall discussion, and this brand new update has forcefully brought the crucial topic directly back into sharp focus. People are now consistently hoping for much clearer guidelines and standardized procedures, and this major milestone gives them a profound reason to believe those essential processes may not be significantly far off in the future. Although absolutely no official public instructions have yet been formally released by the CBI, the mere potent possibility of greatly increased organization and clarity has successfully revived all conversations about precisely what the future structural steps could eventually look like. Another extremely important element of this major update is the constant, Strong emphasis on verifying information. With excitement and speculation growing incredibly quickly across the internet, all analysts and supporters are strongly encouraging Dinar holders to remain very cautious and completely avoid responding to any unverified instructions, private offers, or unofficial online codes. The IQD community has repeatedly witnessed many dangerous scams in the past, and this strong renewed excitement may unfortunately and inevitably invite more attempts at financial misinformation and fraud. This is precisely why strong supporters consistently stress the critical importance of strictly following only official communication channels and patiently waiting for any public announcements directly from all recognized and verified authorities. Verification is absolutely essential to reliably ensuring personal safety and security, especially during any periods of significantly increased speculation and hype. The better people thoroughly understand the critical importance of proper verification, the much more prepared they will be to responsibly navigate any future financial changes that may occur. This message is absolutely crucial because intense excitement can unfortunately sometimes completely overshadow necessary caution, and all responsible community leaders genuinely want to make sure all holders safely stay protected as the conversations about the future continue to unfold.